Hi there, Dr. Gary here on the road. Well, I think this is our first video after coming back from Australia. Fantastic trip. Oh, one of the first ones. But we are dental practice brokers. We sell dental practices nationwide. And we're here to give you new breaking information and from the street, so to speak, or from the front lines, what happened today. We are dental practice brokers nationwide. We sell dental practices. So, today's topic is last minute hurdles and problems immediately before closing. This is another one. Crazy what happens out there, and you have to be prepared. We try to bring you this information that's happening on a breaking basis and real live information too, that you can utilize for now and in the future. So, before we get into that, as you know, we now have 10 employees. We're involved in over 20 states, and we are available to you 363 days a year. We take off Christmas and Easter. Our phone number is 201-663-0935. The website is dentalpracticeguide.com or nationwidedentalpracticebrokers.com. So feel free to give us a call. Now, if you're thinking about selling to one of the DSOs, we're here to help you. We work with them all the time. We know who the best ones are. And there's a lot of changes going on right now, and we can help you navigate that. We get the same, they pay our commission, so there's not going to be any commission to you under most circumstances, almost all the time. But what we know how to do is we have the experience of dealing with them. Some are going through changes, and we want to, think we can promote to you the best ones. Also, when you work with us, we give you, and before I continue, remember this is always for entertainment purposes. It's not legal or business advice. But if you work with us, oftentimes based on criteria, we can get your legal fees reimbursed at closing. So essentially, you'll have no net legal fees based on criteria. So we'll get those legal fees back to you. We've done that many, many, many times. And that's, we think, a big help to you. Now, as we continue, what happened on this last deal? Now, you would think we try to move things along. We're always pushing. So the seller and buyer, finally we put the deal together. Now, bank says, we need 2-3 days to go to closing. I said, fine. So we get the bank all of the information, all of the signed contracts, everything with leases, everything done. We got it to them on a Tuesday morning. We said, all right, can we get this together on Friday, close Friday? They're like, I said, well, we'll do the best we can. Let me see. Come Thursday, they're like, there's no way we can get this done by Friday. Forget it. It's going to be impossible. We can't even get it done Monday. But we'll be able to get it done Tuesday. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Generally, you only need 2 or 3 days. And now, you need a week to get this done? I don't like time sitting on deals. I just don't like it because things happen. There could be a fire in the building. The seller gets cold feet. The buyer gets cold feet. The buyer gets disabled. Anything could happen. I just don't like waiting. So I push and push and push. They finally say, okay, Tuesday, it looks like we can go to closing. I said, great. Let's get this done. So we're checking on Tuesday morning, Tuesday noon, Tuesday 1 o'clock. They said the wires should be going out. They'll be going out. Don't worry about it. We got this covered. Then they needed one document signed. So come Tuesday morning, Tuesday lunchtime, they still didn't go to official closing. And now it's all up to the bank because everything's been done. Bank just has to start the wires out and get 1 or 2 signatures. The bank contacts us at 2 o'clock on Tuesday and says, we got a little problem. We cannot process our DocuSign. That is, electronic documents, signed remotely. We can't process it. We got a problem. We don't know what to do. I said, this can't be the first time this happened. Don't you have some kind of infrastructure to handle this? And they said, no, we got a problem. We're going to now send over. Then they said, okay. We're going to send over one of the bank representatives to the doctor's office. I said, wait a minute. By the time you send somebody, and then he brings back all the original documents, we're going to lose the day. It's too late in the day. You should have thought about this sooner. They said, well, what are we going to do? I said, here's what you do. And I'm used to this chaos. I said, you get the doctor to go to one of your local branches, because this is a big bank. Send them to a local branch. Let them remotely sign the documents there, because all these transactions are done remotely. I said, let them sign the documents there. They said, okay, great idea. So finally, doctor goes to the local branches, he signs. So you would think, okay, we're all set now, everything's done. No. So the wires eventually went out that Tuesday. So now they should be distributed, because it goes into the attorney's account, the attorney distributes them. So, okay, you think, well, we're all done now. No, it's not done. Guess what happens? The buyer calls the attorney and says, I just realized there's something wrong with this lease. We said, you were supposed to read the lease. You signed off on the lease. And there was a minor issue that you didn't understand about something about the interior premises liability. We said, no. That will be handled. You've got to look at the lease. He says, okay, but there's another problem. I put my deposit in, refundable, good faith deposit, very small amount of money, small. He says, I don't think the accounting was done right. But the fact is, it was did. We already included his good faith deposit, refundable, so it would be reflected in the closing papers. He just read the papers wrong. So we settled him down, because he's saying, don't release the wire. Then the seller says, don't release the wire. There's something wrong here. We're like, what are you talking about? We've signed all the documents. We've signed the contract. This is that we have to release the wires. He says, hold up. I don't understand something on the contract. So now he wouldn't permit the attorney to send out the wires. So you think, and I know so many of you are, to say you've done a few practices and you know what you're doing. It's like, this is the chaos we run into. And luckily, we had great attorneys. The great attorney, he communicated with the buyer's attorney, and both of them got their heads together and said, here, this is how we'll resolve this, because we had great attorneys. So we were ready for chaos right to the very moment. I'm saying to you that you can never plan when your closing is going to be. That's why whenever they say it should be a certain date, you just agree to it. And try never, ever to coordinate it on the first of the month. That's so stupid. Everything gets prorated anyway, because it's going to get delayed. Don't forget, this thing should have closed on Friday. It didn't close on Friday. Then it didn't close on Monday. And then it almost didn't close on Tuesday. So you lost a week right there. And when those of you, and I know I've repeated this 100 times, when those of you who say, what's a 1 week difference? What does it matter? It's only a week. I've been there 30 years. Then go back to my many times I've told the story, repeat it again, March 4th, 2020. I'm pushing for the closing at the end of February. I said, get this done, get it done. They're all telling me, just back off and relax. March 4th, we did the closing, and it was a big deal. We got it closed, and it was finished. What happened on March 11th? A week later, approximately, the world shut down. COVID, all the flights stopped, everything shut, all the stores shut, everything went down. And this deal would have never closed. 1 week. And if I wasn't pushing, we wouldn't have gotten it done. So believe me, a week makes a difference. A few days makes a difference. We're prepared for the chaos. That's what I think makes us different as brokers. We're there to protect your back. But this stuff happens and you got to be ready for it. We're there to guide you, and we have the infrastructure and the right attorneys to make sure we don't run into problems. All right? So there you go. Super Bowl, have a great time today. Remember, if you like what you hear, just hit subscribe button, and we will, you'll be alerted, because we're doing a lot of these. I think we're over to 415 or something like that. We got quite a few of them. Have fun today. We'll see you now. Bye now.